Hey guys, today is going to be a really quick video of how to create isometrics in Midjourney. If you have not seen the previous video, go check it out because that one there covers a different style of isometrics. So this one here, I'm kind of piggybacking from the previous video and kind of show you a different style. So I really encourage you to kind of look at those videos. You can like copy my prompt and you can create your own style. You can isolate it your way. So let's go to the video. Let me show you how to create a very schematic one. So this could also work, by the way, with you bringing your own images and then kind of give it a style. So just think about like you either Midjourney can create the image or you can bring your own image from a different source or a 3D model. So here I kind of piggybacking from the previous one. So you still want to keep that 24mm drone wide shot. The only thing that I did from the previous one had a more like a wide model render, whereas this one here, I'm kind of giving it the 3D watercolor sketch painting, right? So you see how it has now that tone, that watercolory sketch still, like somebody just kind of went there, drew on it with pen, and then kind of put some watercolor in. So that's the style I wanted to create. I kind of wanted to go for a more Sicilian style, you know, like nothing like contemporary, but more like traditional, more like a mission style, more like Sicilian, Italian, to kind of create a more cozy environment, just to kind of show you guys that you can really play with a lot of different styles here. So for me, I was kind of like a Sicilian residence interior kitchen. I noticed that a lot of times when you put like a space, like whether it's living room, kitchen, sometimes the AI will think that maybe is like a courtyard, and that's kind of why you want an isometric thing. I like an ISO. So just make sure a lot of times if it's not working properly, like for instance, sometimes like before I was doing this, it was kind of giving me more like a courtyard, not this one, but like it was kind of giving me more like a courtyard looking spaces. So the only thing I need to do to kind of resolve the issue was to kind of emphasize that it's an interior kitchen. And then is when I start kind of giving me more like interiors, as you can see. So sometimes depending on the space that you are working on, you might want to emphasize the AI that is interior space. Then I put like a mission style, right? So mission Sicilian style. So it kind of creates this level of coziness. And then from there, I kind of start really testing, rerunning. Something that I suggested for this, I really did the 69. Again, you can kind of do whatever you want to here, and you want to keep it in stylization to 50, and then from there you can want to like you know, test things. What else? Okay, so once you create that, then I start kind of testing animation. A lot of these animations are done with the auto, where Midjourney, what I recommend is like if you create the image in Midjourney or any image that you start, you really want to start with testing the auto, just so you can really see what Midjourney can give you right out of the bat without you having to really guess the prompt. I did tested the manual one. So the manual one is funny because it kind of gave me, so here's what I tried with the manual one. So the only thing I added to it, so for instance, if you kind of are doing this one here, image, and you put manual here, I'm just gonna put a high motion for this time. It will copy the prompt, and then from here you can kind of, it will have the motion high. Here you can kind of say drone wide shot around the interior space, comma only aerial views. So here you can kind of start testing, and I know that if you have more background in photography and video, you can really get the most out of this. I don't have really background of that, so I'm really I'm really relying a lot on Midjourney or very basic prompts. But for me, I will definitely start kind of asking ChatGPT or something to give me advice on what, you know, movements of the camera can I actually think of that. So you can kind of help yourself with AI here. But these are more the results. What I recommend is like once you find one that you like, so for instance, this is the one that I liked, you can keep extending the videos. So keep extending it. For instance, I extended these twice, but then for instance here it gets to a point where like there, you think there is where it ends. Now I can keep extending it, but then it's gonna start sometimes doing funny things that should not be happening. So for instance, it will turn the camera around, or it will break the design into like it to moving. So what I recommend is just think about like if you are in cinematics where you will have like a frame, and then as the director you will say cut, right? You just want to have that frame, and then you can start working from a different scene, and then from there you will have another 10 seconds or 15, 20 seconds, and then you cut again. So you have to see it that way, where it sometimes you might want to have a nice thing of like 20 seconds if there's enough for it to you to present, but other times you're gonna just have like a 5 second or 10 second animation, and then you can cut it, and then you can start from a completely different scene. So this is the manual mode. As you can see, again, whenever you're doing high motion, it will go a little faster, but you can tell like it did not do as different things as what there was auto, right? And it's because a lot of the times there's no really character, like the character is a whole space. It's a lot different when you're working in animation and you have like a specific character and you wanted that character to do stuff, then you will really see differences. But whenever you're coming to a space, it's very hard to, unless there are specific things that you wanted to do, but it's a lot harder to do that whenever it's a space and not just a specific character. And that's all I have. I mean, you guys are welcome to steal this prompt or stylize it however you want to with the style that you want. If you guys like this video, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.